What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today, and I hope it gets even better from watching this video. Today, we are chatting all about how to actually get out of a rut. Like, we're doing a roadmap, we're doing to-do list style. These are the steps so that you can finally get out of this burnout, feeling lost, just being stuck, rut, funk, whatever you want to call it. It's like a compass to get back on track and just feel excited about life again. Not to toot my own horn, but I am an expert because I used to struggle with this all the time. Like, I had such a pattern of this. I would feel amazing. I was so productive, excited, passionate, and then I would fall into a rut. I would get back on track, feel amazing, productive, fall into a rut. That honestly explains all the I'm changing my life videos on my channel. My point is that I was able to come up with a system to get out of it and then also figure out a way to stop this whole cycle, obviously, so I don't have to keep doing this over and over and over again. I personally would usually do this in about 3 days. That's why that is in the title, but you can do it in a shorter amount of time. It really depends on where you are in your rut and how willing you are to get out of it and how sick of it you are, because sometimes that's what gets you out of it, when you're like, I am so done rotting in this bed. But if it does take you longer, honestly, it's totally fine. Like, this is not a race. We're trying to get you to a place where you feel good again. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little disclaimer about that so that you don't feel any pressure that you have to do this in a certain amount of days or whatever. Alrighty, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be super honest with ourselves about where we are and why we're here, like what got us here in the first place, because you can't really fix a problem if you don't know what the problem is. And I'm a firm believer that an awareness of a problem is a problem half solved. Alrighty, what we're not going to do is ignore how we're actually feeling by masking it, by watching YouTube, binging movies, whatever you've been doing. I get it. Trust me, I understand. That is my method. I know it well. But that is just going to prolong your rut. Not to mention, that's what got you here in the first place. What we're also not going to do, or what you're going to stop doing, is saying, but I should be feeling XYZ. Oh, my life is so blessed. I'm so grateful, so I should be feeling it. Well, but you're not. Okay, it's amazing that you can logically see that you have so many amazing things in your life, but the reality is that right now you don't feel that way, and that's okay. So let's just throw that out the window. The sooner you can be honest about how you actually feel and where you're at right now, the better. So now that we've gone over what not to do, let's talk about what to do. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna actually express your emotions. As someone who used to ignore my emotions all the time, I understand how much you probably don't want to do that. I get it, okay? So what really helps me is either journaling. So I get out my journal and I just start writing everything that's in my mind. That way you're kind of decluttering your mind. You're like untying the knots, because we need to clear that up before you can move on. Otherwise, you're just masking everything, ignoring it, pushing it to the side. And yeah, you might do certain things that will make you feel motivated again, but then you'll slip right back into it because you didn't actually deal with anything. You just pushed it to the side. And that's always a recipe for disaster. Believe me, I tried with that method for a long time, and that's what kept me in the cycle in the first place. Also, once you, for example, put it onto a page, it feels manageable. You're like, okay, I can shift through this. I can see what's happening, and now I can actually do something about it. The other thing you can try out that actually really, really helps, it sounds really silly, okay, but go with me. You're gonna sit in front of a mirror when you're by yourself, and you're just gonna talk it all out. It's like saying everything that you would say if you were completely honest with a friend when they ask you about how you're doing. Now is your chance to say everything. And something about looking yourself in the eyes while you do it is so powerful, and it feels like what you're saying is actually going somewhere, even if it's your reflection. I know it sounds silly, just please try it out. It really, really, really helped me so much, more than journaling for me personally. Just find a way to get it out. If that's talking to a friend for you, or calling your grandma and venting, then do that. Just make sure you get it all out, get all of that clutter out. And if this takes some time, that's all right. Alrighty, next up, we're gonna figure out why you're here in the first place. What got you here? What you're gonna do is you're gonna ask yourself, if I'm being honest with myself, what got me into this rut in the first place? And usually with these questions, the first kind of answer that pops up is the right one. If that answer doesn't pop up and you honestly have no clue, that's all right. You can ponder on it. You can think about what happened right before you went into this rut. What were you feeling right before? Were you around someone? Did someone say something to you? Were you stressed? Were you feeling pressure? Did you fail at something? Like, there's always a reason. Again, an awareness of a problem is a problem half solved. When you figure this out, it really it undoes that one knot that just did not want to get untied, okay? It's like it really moves something in your brain, and then you're like, okay, I can deal with that. Like whatever the reason was, I can actually like do something about it now, because before that rut feels like, why am I here? Like I just feel awful. I don't know why. I can't get out of it. You know, it just feels like a mess and confusing. And this way you understand, and then you can do something about it, and that just feels really, really good. For me, it usually came from feeling overwhelmed, like I was too productive and I wasn't really balancing my life very well, and then I would get really stressed, and the more stressed that I got, the more I would just ignore myself, and obviously it caught up with me and I got into a rut. So that was my pattern, and it took a while for me to see it, to be completely honest. So once I was able to see it, it was so helpful to think about like solutions, long-term solutions that would help me to manage this better. And so what can you change about your lifestyle? What healthy habits can you have to prevent this from happening in the future? So for me, again, it was like, how can I manage my stress better? What can I do in my life? What habits can I add to not feel so overwhelmed and stressed? And I actually found an app that really, really helped me to kind of break this cycle in a very simple way. The app is called Aura. They're actually sponsoring this video, which is so cool. So if you're not familiar with Aura, it's basically like an all-in-one app for your well-being and sleep. It has thousands of meditations and stories, and even things like cognitive behavioral therapy, life coaching, breath work, even spirituality. Plus their content is created by like hundreds of expert coaches and therapists. So it's kind of like a Spotify for your mind and soul. It's used by over 7 million people, and it even won the Best of Apple award. I personally use it mostly for really short, like 5-minute guided meditations and breath work. That was my simple lifestyle change. Like after work, I just play a 5-minute breath work or guided meditation, and it really helps me to like relax and wind down. I also use their sounds and like relaxing music every morning when I'm getting ready, just to set a very like calm tone for my day, and it really impacts the way I deal with stress. There's so much variety on Aura, and they have so many experts, so you can really find something that you actually like, and then it's so much easier to stick with. Plus it's awesome that it's all in one place and it's so like accessible. Aura has actually given me a really amazing offer, so you can get started completely for free on their website with the special link that I'll have in the description box. So the first 500 people get a free trial plus an exclusive 25% off discount. So I highly recommend checking it out while the offer is still available. It's really helped me to like manage my stress and take care of myself more in like a very simple way. So I really hope it can help you with whatever you're struggling with. Okay, now it's time to see a bit more of the positive. So you know how at the beginning I was like, don't push yourself to feel grateful. If you don't feel grateful, it's fine. Be honest with yourself. Now it's time to actually improve our vibes a little bit, okay? That again doesn't mean lying to yourself and saying things that you don't feel. So what you're gonna do, you can either journal about this, you can again say it to yourself, say it in the mirror, you can go on a walk if you want to and do this while you walk. So you're gonna list 3 things around you physically that you appreciate, just so you get grounded in the moment. It really, really helps. And go into like a tiny bit more detail. So instead of just listing it like, I like these flowers, say like, I like these flowers, they remind me that spring is coming and that makes me feel a little happier. You know, just expand a tiny bit so you actually feel it. You're not just like, oh, I like this rug, I like this plant. You know, that's not really gonna do much. Next up, 3 things that you're actually grateful for. So if that is, I'm grateful that I got out of bed and I gave myself an opportunity to have a better day and to feel better. Alrighty, amazing. I'm grateful for this cup of tea that I'm drinking because it's making me feel cozy and safe and like everything's gonna be okay. Then you're gonna write 3 things that have been going well or that are going well. Because a lot of the time when you're in this kind of rut, it's like doomsday. Everything's wrong. Everything about me is wrong. Everything about my life is wrong. I'm not doing anything correctly. Like it can be pretty intense. So 3 things that are going well for me or have been going well for me. Even though right now I don't feel that great and I feel a little lonely or whatever it might be, I know that I have an amazing best friend who, if I call her right now, I know she'll listen to me or even cheer me up. Even if you're in the worst place possible, which I can understand, trust me, I was in a mental hospital 10 years ago. I was on so many medications. I was out of my mind, okay? I know how it feels when you're really, really in a dark hole. And obviously this video is not about that. It's about a rut. But I promise you that you can find some things that are going well. Even if that's, I have a roof over my head, I can go into a warm bed, I can drink water, you know, like just find something. I promise you can find 3 things, okay? And then lastly, list 3 good decisions that you've made recently. So again, if that's big or small, it just makes you feel like you got this. Like, I actually am not horrible. I actually do sometimes know what I'm doing and I can do this. So it just makes you feel more positive about yourself and that things are at least a little bit in your control, or at least how you can react to things is in your control. And again, it can be very simple. Like recently I went into this new grocery store and it's my new favorite, and now I can go there every week and it makes me happy. Great, amazing. That was an amazing decision that you walked in there. Okay, so very simple. Now it's time to follow those small little sparks of inspiration, passion, joy, because that is basically the opposite of feeling like you're in a rut or like you're lost in life. So let's say you're watching a vlog and the girly that you're watching that's sharing her day goes on a walk in a park and it looks really nice, and you get that little like tingling of like that, I maybe want to do that. Go outside and go for a walk. I understand we have jobs, we have responsibilities, but the more you can prioritize this, the better, okay? That is really like the number one thing that's gonna get you back to feeling happy and excited about life and passionate and inspired. And obviously, the more you can prioritize this in your life in general, not just when you're in a rut, the better. And besides following those sparks, once you feel them, you can also write a list of things that you've always wanted to do or you've always wanted to try. Maybe that's you want to add more color into your wardrobe. Maybe that's buying flowers for yourself every week. Maybe you've been wanting to read a rom-com for a while, or you want to join a book club, or you want to try a pottery class, or you want to try going for a run. Like whatever it is, write a list of as many things as you can think of that you genuinely want to try, not from the place of this should be good for me, like I need to do it to be healthy and to do this and to do that. This is not a time to put pressure on yourself. This is a time for you to do the things that you want to do, that make you happy, that make you feel inspired, that make you enjoy life, okay? Because that, again, is the opposite of what you have been feeling. So write as many things as possible, try as many things as possible. If you do not like them, you don't have to do it again. You do not have to stick to any of these. This is not the point of this. We're not trying to create habits of doing these things. We're just trying to get you to a place where you feel happy and you feel like you can enjoy life, okay? And you have that inspiration and that spark again. Another thing that is crucial here, when you're in a rut and trying to get out of it, this, say it with me, is not the time to think about your long-term future, to try to come up with goals, to try to figure out what your purpose is, to try to figure out who you are. When you are in a rut, you're confused usually about everything or a lot of things. Again, it's doomsday. Nothing is going right. And when you feel like that, that is not the time to try to figure out your life, okay? That is the time to keep it as simple as possible, to focus on the little joys, the little happy moments, and to go one step at a time. Seriously, throw that out the window, okay? It does not work. Trust me, I've tried that so many times. All you have to do is focus on right now, or maybe at the most, the next step, if you really can't help yourself. I get it. Just again, focus on those little joys, the small things. If you really need to, you can try to figure those things out once you actually truly feel happy. Not right now. This is not the time. Please, for the love of God, listen to me. Now we can create a game plan, and this game plan obviously can include everything we've already talked about, but we're obviously all different. So there might be things that would really, really help you that I have not mentioned at all. So this is the time and the place to do that. So you're gonna write up to 10 things that you're willing to do that are gonna help you or make you feel better, or whatever your goal is, get back on track, get back to a happy, excited life, whatever it is, okay? And then you're gonna circle or mark up to 3 of those things. And those are the ones that you're actually going to follow through with and commit to. And when these tasks are realistic and you can really follow through with them, it makes you feel better. It's like, okay, I did this thing, I can do the next thing, and then the next thing, and you just keep the momentum going. So really try as much as you can not to overcomplicate this and make these tasks insanely difficult for yourself. Okay, we're trying to make you feel better, not pressure you even more and create more stress, because a lot of the times that is what gets you into a rut, okay? So please just make it realistic, easy, simple. Alrighty guys, those are all of my tips and tricks. You can obviously follow all of these in order if you want to. That is what I do. But if you want to just pick and choose what you want to try out, of course you can do that. And again, there's timestamps, so if you want to come back to this video and watch something again, it's very easy to do that. So I really hope this helped you. If you're new here and you want to see more of my videos, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around for the next one next weekend, and check out my social media for more of my personal life. And that is all. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.